Greetings and blessings, y'all. Now it's time for me to go on these two friggin' morons right here. Shout out to Paris Milan for basically diving on this. She dished on this earlier, and she was saying something about Eva Marcille and her ex-fiance Kevin McCall, the one that they had a baby with. They didn't even get married before they had the baby, but they just had a baby. Now Kevin McCall, he ain't nothing but another dark-skinned idiot that sit around there and disrespect dark-skinned women but put light skinned women on top of the chain. But if they don't understand that, if it weren't for dark skinned people, there would be no light skinned people. Remember, dark skinned people came first. But this guy, he hasn't had no career, hasn't had a hit or nothing in years. And he sit down and disrespect dark skinned women. I got no respect for dark skinned men like these guys that sit around and disrespect dark skinned women and disrespect put people on a pedestal that are light skinned and got color eyes and all that stuff because even Marcille is mixed and Puerto Rican, and y'all don't understand Puerto Rican is technically black anyway. Puerto Ricans are more blacker than you think. They're even blacker than most African Americans and most of us are in the Caribbean because we in the Caribbeans, we're pretty much mixed all over. But I'm really pissed off and I'm really ashamed of how these brothers are doing it into black women in America. They really, really don't belong to be where they're at, but I guess it's the type of industry that we in where we have to always sit around and degrade and disrespect dark skinned women all day and continue to put light skinned women on a pedestal because they're mixed. But what we don't understand is we hate our black side of it, be like the white side. So basically what we're trying to say is white is better than black. No matter what you do, when you sit around and say all disrespectful things about women that are dark skinned and you're dark skinned yourself, you hate yourself, you hate your mom, you hate your father. And I can tell you this, there is no bigger clown than I see than Kevin McCall. And I'm sorry to say this, but if you guys are mad at me for what I'm saying, but it's truth. And Paris Malone has dished on them too earlier, but I decided I'm going to completely dish on them because in case some of you forgot, Eva Pigford Marcille disrespected dark-skinned women, and this is read a while back on Media Takeout, but this ended up being true. But I can read you that article first. It says Eva Marcille from the Real Housewives of Atlanta have been accused of having a problem with dark-skinned women, and Eva was confronted on the issue during the Housewives reunion show. Andy asked Eva, "What did you mean when you said Shamari was black without the Q?" Before joining Atlanta Housewives, Shamari was a member of the 2000 group Black. Eva responded with a ridiculous manner. "I meant that she was not in a singing group, even though she was an aspiring singer." Huh? Black was a hot group. I even met one of the girls in Black, the one before she died, the one that had a child by Corrupt. I forgot her name, but I met her a few years ago when I was working in Atlanta. Now let me go on. It goes on to say, everyone looked puzzled by Eva's response because it didn't make any sense. Here are the faces of Portia and Candy when Eva made that statement. They gave a real weird, funny look. It was already been shown on TV, and Portia gave that look. You can see her and Portia there. Eva then continues saying colorism is an issue in community of color. And I think I don't like dark-skinned people. Wow. Candy interrupted Eva saying nobody said you don't like dark-skinned people. Remember, Candy's dark-skinned and she's from Escape. Eva then interjected, but that's the way it was interpreted. And Candy responded, because that's the way the comment came off. Shamari then chimed in saying that she thought that Eva was complimenting her. I thought she was giving me props, according to what this says here. Now, I will go ahead and play this video, but I don't got time to play it because I'm not going to go into this nonsense about this light skin, dark skin nonsense. Because to me, that's just a bunch of poppycock. It's a way to give in the way of white supremacism, no matter how you look at it. And now there's a new one here. I don't know if you guys seen this one, but they were talking about her and Kevin McCall. And Kevin McCall was saying something negative here. I'm going to go around here and see if I can find this right here because, to me, it's just crazy. It's appalling. Thank you so much for covering this again, Paris Malone. I appreciate you for covering this. It says Kevin McCall rips Africans, even Marcille on Twitter. Let me tell you something, dude. You are crispy black. Whether you like it or not, you're dark. You may hate yourself for being dark skinned, but someone like me would be jealous of someone dark like you. I would love to have dark skin like that because my deadbeat dad, was as dark as you. A tall, shameless, baby dumping making man. That's all he was. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm really ashamed of a lot of you dark skinned males, whether Jamaican or African American. You guys are really of a disgrace of a kind of people. And sometimes I really feel that the blessing that you have, you curse your own self for who you are. You don't love who you are. You don't love your mom and dad. You don't love what God made you. So basically, you're basically saying that everything that the white man and the devil has put into the world to make you believe that black people are less than nothing, that we're trash. For the last 400, not even 500 years, we've been brainwashed to think that black women are worth nothing. They raped our women, disrespect our women, did all things. I don't even mean to say the word rape, but this is what happened for the last 500 years. They diluted us by raping us, putting us in slaves, and beating us in front of our women, and doing the nasty things in front of us to make us watch. They're doing it to our women, and all of a sudden you run around like, oh, light skin is better. Light skin has never been better, because if it wasn't for dark skin, there would never be light skin around. But for you to sit around and disrespect Africans is really upon us, really sad. And you should be ashamed of yourself for who you are, Mr. Kevin McCall. And even Marcille, I really liked you as a celebrity back in the day when I used to watch you on TV, but now I'm really ashamed of you. You being a person that happens to be black and Puerto Rican, it's like your mom and your dad didn't teach you right at all. I guess your mom taught you that type of self-hate, to say that dark-skinned women are no good, that you said dark-skinned women are mean and disrespectful and all that stuff. And when you're saying you have a problem with dark-skinned women, you really have a problem with your mother, because most likely your mother is a dark-skinned woman. I'm willing to bet, because most of the times when dark-skinned women have mixed kids, when black women have mixed kids that are half Puerto Rican and half black, or half white and half black, the mother is usually dark-skinned woman. So you have to at the end of the day look at yourself in the mirror and be ashamed. May God help you too. That's all I gotta say. I got no more to say, because if I say anything about them, it's gonna be negative. You're not gonna like it. All I can say is that I pray for you guys. You two guys need praying, because y'all let the music industry and the entertainment industry destroy as a whole. Kevin McCall, as we know, he's a has-been. He hasn't had a hit in years. The only song I know him from is a song he did with Chris Brown. You know, so oops, bye-bye, oops, bye-bye, say bye-bye to you. You don't have a career. You haven't sung. You haven't done a rap career. You used to beat Eva Marcille, because that's the type of man that you are, abusive and mean, and you disrespect Africans when you're from African blood. You look very African blood. You're very dark, and you say things like this. I can't believe people like you think like that. You have a mother and father that's black, and you degrade Africans? You keep forgetting that we were brought here 500 years ago from slave ships into the coast of Africa and the coast of places like Jamaica and other areas in the Caribbean. And that includes Puerto Rico, where even Marcille's dad comes from. In case you guys forget where you come from, you guys need to take a listen. Look at yourselves and go back to your history and find out where you come from. Because last I checked, we are all black. And y'all too, until y'all realize it,